We have been given the great privilege and honor of being able to save people's lives in the name of Jesus. And you just don't walk away from that. No. But let me tell you, I asked Peter Pretorius a question back in the early 90s when we were in Mozambique. A very American question, very Western question. I said, how long do you think we're going to have to do this until they don't need us anymore? Right? In other words, the feeding. Because I thought, okay, well, they had a famine or a flood. They need food.
It was temporary.
It's temporary. And there is some truth in that. Yeah. There have been areas where we've gone in with emergency food, it's stabilized, and you move out. But there's also a mindset that we've had to face in a lot of these third world countries, and it's a poverty mindset. You see it here in the United States as well. But he said, no, this is generational. Peter said, this is generational. And I kind of, really? But let me tell you the other side of that, because we were seeing the generations. I was in South Sudan earlier in 2025, and you can go into a school there where there's mission feeding, right? And now these kids have an education because they haven't had to scramble for food every day. And they're talking about becoming teachers or lawyers or doctors and coming back to their village and helping make them self-sustaining, right? And then
oftentimes they come back as teachers. Sometimes they actually come back becoming mayors of villages after they grow up.
Oh yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah, it's wild to see this generational thing.
These are the kids that were dying that you saw.
Right, and then I turn around and I meet one of the guys on our very team that is helping with the mission outreach that goes, I grew up in a village and my life was saved by mission feeding. And I was like, no way. I mean, so you're seeing it come back around, and that's the generational challenge. You give them the stability of the food. You do it in a school in most cases, so they're getting an education. Now they're not thinking about today, they're thinking about the future. You give them the assurance that, yes, you can become something in life. And they want to, they desperately want to. And then, again, the foundation, right? What's the foundation of all of it? It's Jesus Christ. This is the gospel in word and deed.
Yep.
And it brings life to villages, to individuals first, and to villages, and to countries. And we're seeing it pay off. And it's hard to put into words, but I think you see it sometimes in some of the faces of the people there. They laugh, they smile, they love. And I just can't tell you how thrilled I am that you adopted me and you allowed me to be a part of this beautiful outreach globally. And it's just going to continue because it's effective. We've gotten more effective over the years. And so we've moved into new areas of need, and it's the gospel in action.